Hello, dear students. I'm Assistant Professor Rushali Ahir, and in today's session of fermentation technology, we are going to learn about the ethanol production. Now, basically, the preparation of distilled alcohol and spirits was first described in the 12th century, and extensive industrial use of ethyl alcohol it begins in around 1800 century with the growth of synthetic chemical and different types of industries. These industrial alcohol it have its use for various purposes like solvents, germicides, antifreeze agent in fuels or in production of various chemicals. As a raw material, this ethanol and different types of alcohols are being used on large scale. So we are going to study the production of these industrially important ethanol in detail. So let's start with the introduction about the ethanol or alcohol fermentation. Now, as we all know that the fermentation is the process of conversion of sugars into alcohol, acids and di- gases. So, alcohol fermentation or chemically ethanol fermentation is a biological process in which sugars, for example, glucose, fructose, or sucrose, are converted into cellular energies and thereby it produces ethanol and carbon dioxide as metabolic waste products. Now, whenever any biological agent or microorganisms they use such type of sugars like glucose or fructose during their metabolic process, they convert these sugars into acids and alcohols as well as carbon dioxide for the generation of cellular energy, and they secrete such products as a waste or metabolically waste product. Here, the yeast performs this kind of conversion of sugars into alcohol in the absence of oxygen. So, the alcoholic fermentation process it is generally considered as an anaerobic process. Here, it only requires in the starting process it requires oxygen just for the growth of yeast or other organism, but later on this fermentation process it is carried out anaerobically in the absence of oxygen. In various developing countries, the microbial fermentation process is generally preferred for the large scale production of alcohol by using fermentation technique because microorganism can utilize cheap raw material, and in the low cost we can gain the high yield of ethanol or alcohol. So basically microbial fermentation techniques are now being used at the large scale, and this have been increased various processes like oil process, and many countries now have realized the potential of alcohol production by the fermentation technique. So nowadays in the worldwide alcohol is being produced by the fermentation process using different kinds of microorganisms. Now we'll start with the production of ethanol by the fermentation technique. As we have discussed earlier also that many countries have now started the production of ethanol by fermentation process. So here microorganisms they use a raw material which is of obtained from the cheap source and produce alcohol And in this fermentation process, along with the production of alcohol, further we go for the recovery process and purification of the product, which we will study in detail in our further session. Now let's see which are the or which type of microorganisms are used for the production of ethanol. Now there are certain kind of yeast and bacterial strains which can be used for the alcohol fermentation process. Now the selection of microorganism, whether it is bacteria or yeast, it completely depends on the type of substrate or type of raw material used for the fermentation process. For example, if sugar containing material is mostly used, then yeast strains are preferred, and yeast strains they give the high yield of alcohol. Whereas if the starchy material or cellulosic material is used, then we may go for the bacterial culture. So among the yeast strain, Saccharomyces cerevisiae is being most commonly used, whereas bacteria like Zymomonas mobilis is most frequently used for the alcohol production. So there are few basic reasons why the yeast is being used for the alcohol production in the various industries. We'll study those characteristics of the yeast. Now generally the yeast strain Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is used for the alcohol fermentation. This organism is being selected because it have the ability of high growth during the fermentation process. It can yield ethanol in high concentration. This strain of Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is osmotolerance. It is able to tolerate osmotic pressure, as well as it can grow in low temperature and low pH and high temperature also. So it is highly stable in the conditions supplied in the fermenter during the process, whereas it can bear physical and chemical stress during the fermentation process. And when the ethanol production is started, it can bear the ethanol and glucose concentration, or it can highly tolerate the ethanol and glucose production. So the yeast strain is most commonly selected for the fermentation process. So we have already seen that we can use Saccharomyces cerevisiae or Zymomonas mobilis strain for the production of ethanol. And then we will study the type of raw material used for the production of ethanol. Now there are large number of raw materials which can be used as a substrate for the alcohol fermentation. Now they may be characterized as sugary material or starchy material, like molasses, whey, glucose, sucrose. Such type of carbohydrates can be used to supply the high amount of carbon source or sugary material, whereas starchy material like wheat, rice, maize, potato can also be utilized as a raw material, as well as our given strain can also act on cellulosic material like woods and agricultural waste, which can be used as a raw material for the production of microbial strain, which can convert these sugars into alcohols and give the high yield of alcohol in the fermentation process. Now, generally, the source of carbohydrate, it completely depends on the type of microorganism used during the fermentation process. For example, if yeast strains are used, then Saccharomyces cerevisiae or Cluromyces fragilis, they utilize starch or sugar as a source of carbohydrate, whereas bacteria like Zymomonas mobilis and Candida pseudotropicalis utilize starch, lactose, or whey for the production of alcohol during the fermentation process. So, these are the raw materials which are used for the production of alcohol, but these raw materials, it cannot be directly utilized for the fermentation process. It requires a specific pre-treatment before using it for the fermentation process. So we'll study the pre-treatment of raw material. Now, mostly all the types of raw materials used for the alcohol fermentation or any other fermentation process, they requires a pre-treatment for removal of contaminants or to increase the use of such raw materials by the microorganisms. And the process of pre-treatment, it completely depends on the chemical composition of the raw material. For example, if the sugary raw materials are present, then they do not require a specific type of pre-treatment, or a very mild type of pre-treatment is required for the sugary material, while cellulosic material need extensive pre-treatment. This is because the cellulosic substances have to be subjected to acidic or enzyme hydrolysis, because as the cellulosic material, they are polysaccharides which are made up of different types of sugars. These sugars should be break down in the smaller particles so that microorganism can utilize this easily and convert these monosaccharides into alcohols. So first, these cellulosic compounds are treated with the acidic or enzyme hydrolysis technique. These enzymes act on these polysaccharides or cellulosic substances and break down them into monosaccharides or smaller particle units. And these smaller particle units are easily utilized by the microorganisms, and they can convert these monosaccharides or sugar molecules into alcohol. So up till now we have studied in detail the introduction about ethanol fermentation, microorganisms used for the production of alcohol, and the raw materials which are used for the production of ethanol. Now this is the ethanol fermentation process carried out by the microorganism, which starts with the glycolysis process and ends with ethanol formation. And during ethanol formation, it releases carbon dioxide at the end of the reaction. Now this is the completely biological process which is carried out by the organisms. So we'll stop in this session. We'll stop here. In the next session, we will actually start with the fermentation process. Thank you.